by connecting with the Sydney Hills community. To register for a free information session, visit sydneyhillsbusiness.com.au.
SWA 999.
One minute past 10, we are listening to Same Old Radio Show, and tonight we have Gia Clarissa with us. How are you, Gia?
Great, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Well, thank you for coming over. Now, just for our listeners, this hour will be all about Filipino music, independent Filipino music from Australia and the rest of the world. And like I said, tonight we have Gia Clarissa. Now, Gia Clarissa, she writes inspirational music, and her influences are from the 70s, 80s, and 90s. Now, just briefly, she's got an album out, and it's called Life is Not a Dress Rehearsal, so live in the present. So this should give everyone an idea of what kind of music we have for you tonight. The album and some singles comprised of songs composed between 1992 and 2016. And it's based on her life's journey. And she composed her first song on the piano while residing in the Blue Mountains. Now, she had a cancer diagnosis in September 2018. And she overcame that, of course. And she's fit than ever and has resumed her passion for music. Recently performing at the Lava Bar and Grill over at Seven Hills. Now, this may not sound like a big achievement to other people, because we are going to say that you were awarded 10th place at the lyrics category at the 39th Australian Songwriting Contest held in October 30, but 10th place for the whole of Australia is pretty good.
Thank you.
Now, and that was for your song When Will You, and that's one of the songs we will play tonight, and I'm sure you'll tell us about that song later on. Now, her music is uniquely appealing and melodious, is inspirational, encouraging, and thought-provoking. Now, she composed and wrote the lyrics to all the songs in her album, with the exception of two of the songs' lyrics, Beautiful Dream and Beyond This Time, written by her husband Nick, who is also a talented poet. But from performing her originals, she loves to play various tunes from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, through the 2000s. So welcome again, Gia, and thank you once again for coming over.
Thank you.
Now, I've sort of told everyone about you. What did I miss that you'd like people to know about you?
Well, I grew up in the Philippines, and I came here when I was in my early teens.
Yep.
And it was actually quite daunting moving to a new country and trying to find new friends. And actually, I was working 7 days a week most of that time while waiting for my permanent residency. So it was quite a lonely time. So when I wrote the music to Feel Worthy Now, I actually didn't write the lyrics until a few years ago.
Wow.
In fact, I had asked my dad, can you write some lyrics for me? But he goes, no. And so I did it myself.
Okay, look, sounds like the music that we will hear tonight will be from your soul. Now tell us about Beyond This Time.
Okay, Beyond This Time, actually, the music is what came from my soul. because the lyrics were actually written by my husband, Nick. At the time, we were going to church at a different church, which was an evangelical church, and we obviously were well into scripture. And I think that was the influence of this song. It was about, beyond this time, your relationship with, the Father and so forth. But when I edited the song, I sort of removed the spirituality out of it so that people could relate to it, whatever perspective they're coming from. So you'll see that there's nothing focused
specific
on a God, but it's up to them based on their own experience.
So everyone can relate to it in their own way. Let's have a listen to Beyond This Time by Gia Clarissa. Here we go.
The road to freedom, who can find? I can look beyond this time to a world that's free from all this pain, so pure without a stain. I need you more in these last days. Help me fall on my knees and say that you are my strength when I am weak, the one I long to meet. Suddenly I'm free to fly, free to sing this lullaby. I can feel your heart so near. You will wipe away my tears. Hold me close, I know you're near. Bring me joy and end the fear. May your love flow on my aching soul as I reach my ultimate goal. So guide my feet along these roads on a journey paved with gold. Sorrows fade and end today. I've arrived here on this day. Suddenly I'm free to fly, free to sing this lullaby. I can feel your heart so near. You will wipe away my tears. If it's Father, or it takes longer, I will be waiting forevermore. If it's Father, or it takes longer, I will be waiting
10 minutes past 10, and we are listening to Same Old Radio Show, and we are here with Gia. Now, Gia is a Sydneysider, and she just heard her beautiful song, Beyond This Time. Thank you for writing that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's quite a meaningful song.
Yeah, you know what? Just based on the titles, I know that the way I've arranged the songs aren't really chronological to the way you wrote it, but I arranged the song titles just based on the message that you can get just on the titles. Yeah. So beyond this time, when will you find the strength, and when will you feel worthy now, so that you will live in the present, so you will get your beautiful dream.
That's very clever.
That's my interpretation
Excellent,
of it.
Mitchell.
Yes, I know you're right, and well, from that, it's very heartfelt, that song.
Yes.
Now, I mentioned earlier that you're doing public performances now. So, aside from Lava Bar and Grill, where else do you perform?
In the past, I had performed at some restaurants and hotels, as well as for fundraising activities. And some of my friends invite me to, you know, the Buddhist or other types of performances in the city. For example, there was recently a friend of mine, his name is Helmut Yeoman. He actually created Busk for a Cure because his mother had died of cancer a few years back. And so he was the one who started that fundraising activity each year in May. It didn't happen last year. I'm not sure if it's happening this year, but it's definitely close to his heart. So that's where I actually started performing for fundraising initially. And then after that, I assisted with the Ausviet community with one of their fundraisings for helping those that had eye problems. And they had a doctor that would go to Vietnam and heal people, you know, fix their eyes. And so a few of those.
Oh, good. So it sounds like you're not really in this for the money. No, you're doing this to inspire other people and to help other people by doing charity functions.
Yes. And recently we did the bushfire fundraising.
Yes, I remember that. I did announce that last week. How did that go?
Yeah, that went well, actually. I believe they raised over $4,000 or $5,000.
Oh, that's very good. That was over at Bowman Hall, over at Blacktown Council's Bowman Hall.
That's right.
Now, what do you feel as you play music?
What do I feel? That's a good question. First of all, I get a bit nervous, just a tiny bit. And then after that, I just get happy. I feel happy. And even whether I make mistakes or not, it just makes me happy that I'm actually doing something that I love doing. Because when you mentioned that I'm not doing it for the money, it's quite true, because I think one of the popular one of the sayings that I came across is that if you can do something that you enjoy doing, it won't feel like you're working. Yeah. You know, because you're doing something that you love. So, yeah, it just makes me happy.
Good. So the next song we've got coming up is called When Will You? Tell us about that song.
Okay, well, to start out, one of the first lines for that song is, it's lost for words, staring blankly at the wall. Feeling sad, confused by it all. So I think at the time when I wrote that song, I wasn't feeling too happy in life. I'm not sure what it was, but it was a combination of many different things. It was a combination of trying so hard to start a family, which didn't happen.
How long ago was that? What year?
Oh gosh, it spanned over 10 years trying to start a family. Yeah, so that was a long process, trying to do it with IVF and so forth. So apart from that, also trying to progress in my career. And not getting anywhere. Like when you apply all the time and try to get a promotion, for example, and you give your best, you work your hard, you do your best, give your heart all the time, and it doesn't happen. And you get to that stage where you feel,
When will you? Okay, ladies and gents, let's have a listen to Gia's song, When Will You? Here we go.
staring blankly at the wall, feeling sad, confused by it all, lost all hope, but I'll bring it back again. Sometimes life makes us comprehend. Somber face while walking the gorgeous floors, sensing dreams have all but come to naught. When will these dreams ever come true for me? Should I even think of being free? When will you wake up, my friend? Life is not a dress rehearsal. When will you change your intent and start on a new direction? When will you, when will you, when? I am so proud of your abilities, your determination to succeed. You inspire me to do my very best. Thank you for sharing your success. Happy face while walking the warmer shores, sensing dreams have come back to the fore. I feel these wishes will come true for me. It helps seeing others reach their dreams. When will you wake up, my friend? Life is not a dress rehearsal. When will you change your intent and start on a new direction? When will you wake up, my love? Life is not a dress rehearsal. When will you change your intent and start on a new direction? Self-assured while walking through palace doors, knowing all this work and toil has brought all the dreams and goals I've set to reach. Now my life can inspire those who see to be the best you can be. You just need to be willing to find your reason to live and start a whole new beginning. To be the best you can be. You just need to be willing to find your reason to live and start a whole new beginning. When will you, when will you, when will you, when?
Same old radio on Swap 999.
20 minutes past 10. We are here on Same Old Radio Show with Gia. Now, thank you for writing that song, Gia. And I've got to let you know, I know that I think you get lost in your music when you play it. Now, I can tell you my feelings about that song, that particular song anyway.
Sure.
To me, it feels like a parent or a mom's giving me inspirational words.
Wow. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, when will you do this, when will you do that? Without saying you're doing that wrong. It's just saying, when will you?
Yeah. That's a good perspective, actually.
Yeah, because some people might think that it's a sad song because of... No, I don't think it's a sad song. That was very nice. Thank you for that. Now, it's 21 minutes past 10. Around about this time, we greet our family and friends happy birthday. I hope you've got your own list.
Yes, I do.
I'm going to start with mine.
Okay.
So, today's celebrants... Excuse me, advance happy birthday. No, well, it's not advance, it's Sunday. Happy birthday to today's celebrants. To Lorraine Actub Coletto. Happy birthday to you, Lorraine. And also to my Uncle G, Jose Buenaventura in Iligan City. And to my cousin Chi Arch. That's Archie, backwards. And then advance happy birthday to my cousin Nicomedes Santos Abrogan in Manila. They're all locked up. Well, they're not able to get anywhere at the moment. Neither are we, for that matter. On Tuesday, advance happy birthday to my sister Sonia Balaba in Iligan City. To my nephew Tom Atkins in Windsor, and to Somerset. And on Wednesday, advance happy birthday to Peter St. John of Big River Group, is my co-worker. To a cousin over in California, Jackson Edmilau Jr., Senior, and to Joy Agnas Batilier Dagondon, and to Noveline Kiamco. And on Thursday, advance happy birthday to Joanne Daniels of Swar 999 FM. She's our station manager.
Okay.
And to Joseph Avelina of Sydney, to Errol May Aparocha of Viva Records, and to Mont Marisol of Sydney. Who have we got out of your mob?
Oh, gosh. I forgot to check my Facebook account. But I do remember my sister and my brother's birthday. My brother's birthday is on the 28th.
Yep.
Robert de San Pedro. And my sister's the 6th of April, Myra Sandtrack. There was a milestone birthday by Sheldon Garcia on his 40th birthday last week. And my niece, she's turning 30 on the 16th of March, Mayor Andrea Santos. And obviously, quite a few at work. There's quite a few having birthdays. And if I miss someone, I don't want to offend anyone, but they know who they are. So whoever's at work that has a birthday coming up, happy birthday.
Very good. Now, the song, one of your songs that I picked for the birthday celebrants is called Find the Strength. Tell us about that song.
Find the Strength. Okay. I think that was one of the last songs I wrote, I believe, between 2014 to 2016. It's about, as it says, finding the strength. But actually, one of the main lines it says is, in one's life, we sometimes compromise. Doing things we don't like in order to be accepted. So this is about being yourself and finding the strength in it.
All right, let's have a listen to Gia with her song Find the Strength. Here we go.
like in order to be accepted. On these days we see through all the lies and find our hearts and minds are almost starved of attention. Days go by, we find the will to strive and feel we're justified when we end our lamentations. First we get up and then we shape up and we tell ourselves that we won't do this again. Maybe we change goals or we just let go till we find the strength to carry on again. Time is gold, we shouldn't waste it all in things we cannot hold as crucial to our well-being. Time won't wait for anyone who wastes the talent and the gifts that one has truly been given. Why should you just throw it all away to fit in, like they say, into a box that is little? First we get up and then we shape up and we tell ourselves that we won't do this again. Maybe we change goals or we just let go till we find the strength to carry on again. Life is too short to be thrown away with quarrels and wrong ways that make us regret we're living. So my friend, my view is to be true. Speak honestly with love to make your relationships real. Then you'll find life is full of the kind of days you can enjoy triumphantly, full of meaning. First we get up and then we shape up and we tell ourselves that we won't do this again. Maybe we change goals or we just let go till we find the strength to carry on again. Carry on, it's the best thing for overcoming all life's unexpectancies. Then one day you will realize life will soon improve, like when storms go away, go away.
Same radio and swap, 999.
29 minutes past 10. That was Gia with her song Find the Strength. You know what? I find your music, but like I said earlier, I find it like a parental advice music, not the classification. But this is, you know what I mean. It's not the we're gonna play really nasty words here. But now this is a different thing, parental advice. And That was very good. Inspirations find the strength. And I do find, just listening to your music, I find that you are very natural with the way you present it. Very calm. Now, I know you get lost in your music. How important is music to you?
It's very important. First of all, when you find yourself in a space where you get sad, although fortunately I've been blessed and given this ability to just bounce back. So even if I've been through a lot, I still am very grateful for everything. I think, I don't know, I've been blessed with that, having that perspective that thank you for everything. Like, I'm grateful for whatever happens, and I try to find the best in every situation so that it doesn't actually make me fall. Yeah, so.
Okay. All right. Now, would you rather play in small venues or large venues? You probably played in both.
Yeah, I've played in both small and large venues. I know that I can improve more because I had a bit of a hiatus, like I stopped for a while. But I just need to improve in many things, like I can improve in the way I sing, like voice lessons. So I hope to get proper voice lessons one day. I want to improve in my piano so that I can play even more confidently.
Okay.
But as with my album, it's about not waiting till that's perfect before you start.
Yeah.
So
that's why I said it sounded so natural.
Exactly, it is. It's and that's why when in fact, just the song we played earlier, I thought that was the recorded one by the professional. That's actually myself recording it on my own. So when I was trying to improve on my own in the room, so I was laughing when you played that. I thought, oh, that's not the recorded version. That's my own version at home.
Live version. No, that was still pretty good, I thought. Now, what's the favorite thing to see in the audience when you are on stage?
I love seeing people look back and make eye contact and smile. Although sometimes I get too carried away and I might make a mistake because I'm so focused on them. But yeah, just getting that feedback from people makes me happy.
Okay, now what could distract you while you're on stage?
What could distract me? Oh, the other time when my sister came through the audience and I sort of saw her and heard her voice, I sort of decided to look at her and that sort of made me lose track. But anyway, I still continued.
Oh, good. Now, the next track we've got is called Feel Worthy Now. Tell us about that song.
Okay, that was the first ever song that I composed. That was in the 1990s, and I was living in the Blue Mountains, Katoomba. We lived at 3 Sublime Point Road in Lura. And I wrote the music to that song because I just loved musical pieces, instrumental pieces. When I was growing up in the Philippines, we loved our 80s music, you know, and I just like the instrumental side of some singers' songs. So like Billy Joel, Elton John, you know, just the beginning of their songs. That sort of like made me write that song. So it's like it was taking me to a different place.
Oh, good. So let's see if Gia can convince us and take us to a different place. Let's have a listen to Feel Worthy Now. Here we go.
I've been thinking, contemplating about this time in my life. Have been wondering, justifying, wasting precious time just to be what the norm seems indeed. Nothing special or unique. Life is just passing me by. You've been sharing, almost whispering about this time in your life. Ordinary and so weary, feeling tired all the time. is meant to be lived in the best way instead. Focusing on the good we have now. Count all the blessings we possess with a small to no effect. This must be the first step that we take. Life feels like it's just so slow, low in energy. Time feels like it wants to go far away from me. Then we learned life is meant to be lived in the best way instead. Focusing on the good we have now. Count all the blessings we possess with a small to no effect. This must be the first step that we take. I promise you things will get better, much grander than before. Just lift up your spirit, then open your arms once more. Speak only well-chosen words that strengthen and inspire to achieve the truth in your heart. Shout, I am worthy, open, ready and deserving to receive the best that life can give. Feel worthy now.
Same radio bonsoir. 999.
21 minutes to 11 or 10:39 for other people that want to hear time that way. So that was Gia Clarissa with her song Feel Worthy Now. Before we go to her next song, which is a before we go and live in the present, let's talk about what advice you would give to beginners who are nervous.
Okay. Well, when I read years ago, there was this advice for people that had stage fright.
Yep.
To imagine everyone else as naked. I don't do that. So that's not my advice. My advice would be just to practice.
Yeah.
And maybe just vocalize, although that's something I should be doing more often. And to actually take a deep breath. And I actually try to meditate. Just close my eyes and just calm myself before I perform.
Okay.
Like I go to the ladies and just stay there for a couple of minutes and just take a deep breath and relax myself.
Okay, you mentioned practice now. How often, for how long do you practice?
Well, I try to practice every night if I can. But when the rugby league's on, just kidding, or the cricket's on, I'm a fan of sport. I'm a sports fan. So I try to practice every day if I can, but if I don't, at least three times a week if I can.
Okay.
Weekends is where I can do it more often because I work during the week, 5 days a week. So, yeah.
Yeah, live performances, stuff like Lava Bar. How long have you been doing that?
I actually just started it last year.
Okay.
I think, was it in October or something? Before Christmas. Yeah, that's when I first met you as well.
Yeah.
Remember?
Oh, was that?
I think probably my second.
Recent?
Probably my
okay.
second time when I met
So
you.
that
Or
recent.
third, yeah.
Now, if you would go back in time, what would you do differently?
Gosh, what would I do differently? Well, when I was younger, I was in Glee Club, and I also did piano when I was in primary school. If I could do it all again, I would make sure that I practice my piano more, make sure that I'd get proper voice lessons.
Sounds good to me so far.
Thank you. And also be confident then, because I was an introvert when I was in high school. Look, not totally introvert, but I was too scared to shine. I was too scared and too fearful.
Okay, other than the most recent volunteer work like the bushfire thing, do you have one that you support constantly through your music?
I think Busk for a Cure, apart from the fact that it didn't happen last year and this year, I think Busk for a Cure because it's for cancer and Crohn's and colitis, and because obviously an aunt of mine passed away from cancer as well.
All right, now this is vital with everything, I think. How do you balance your music with your obligations, family, job, stuff like that?
Yeah, so I make sure that I cook dinner. Just kidding. No, I make sure that I do my wifely duties.
I'm sure Nick can cook.
Yeah, he can. He told me not to say silly things. I was being cheeky. I know, but I want to make sure that things at home are, in order before I do everything else. So I make sure that I'm organized.
Now, the next song we've got coming up is about living in the present. Tell us about that song.
Live in the present. Funnily enough, I wrote that song when I was waiting for my sister. She was working for Masterton Homes at that time.
Yep.
Somewhere here in Blacktown, Marsden Park, and I was waiting for her, and I was writing this music down and writing the lyrics, and that song is about what it says it is, living in the present. What would you do if something happened, if your love life came to an end, or if you were gonna die, which is ironic. I have to watch what I write. Anyway, so that's about living in the present and appreciating where you are, but also not shrinking back. In fact, being braver.
That's
if you were
right.
faced with those situations.
So we've got to find the strength and feel worth and to live in the present.
Exactly.
Because we can't really worry about the past because we can't do anything about it.
Exactly.
And there's no point being anxious about the future.
Exactly.
Okay, let's have a listen to Gia with her song Live in the Present. Here we go.
What would you do if your life was shortened today by the news that you would not have much long to stay? Would you find a way to make it so full of life? Words of love and laughter shared with all of your might. Will you stand and watch, or will you join in the fun? Will you stay afraid, or will you make it your time to let go of fear, to let distance disappear this time? What would you do if your love decided to end? All the memories you were both making today, will you find a way to say the good this may bring to the both of you by being truthful within? What's the use of roses once they've wilted and died? What's the point of keeping it with all of one's mind? It will all be clear. Someone else has their heart in mind. So you must get stronger. Don't wait any longer. This moment is precious. Time will wait for no one. Until that day comes, you must live in the present. Enjoy every minute that you can take hold of. Now is the time to make life how you want. Live your days like there's no more to come. Regardless of all things going on, that's the choice you must make for yourself. There's no time to waste ever again. So you must get stronger. Don't wait any longer. This moment is precious. Time will wait for no one. Until that day comes, you must live in the present. Enjoy every minute that you can take hold of. Now is the time to make life how you want. Live your days like there's no more to come. Regardless of all things going on, that's the choice you must make for yourself again.
Same radio and swap.
12 minutes to 11 now. How appropriate was this song? We have to live in the present because it's so quick. The time's so quick.
I know. It's amazing when you're having fun.
Yeah. You know, just thinking and listening to that song, it came to my mind, you know, time waits for no one, as you were saying in that song. To me, it's like a river or a creek. Time cannot be in the same place at any point in time. You cannot go back.
No.
You can only go forward.
Yeah. Good analogy.
Yeah. Now, what music do you listen to lately?
Oh gosh. Well, of course, I still love the oldies and the goodies, but I've actually started listening to Billie Eilish. She's beautiful, and
do you listen to Carpenters?
Oh gosh, of course, yes.
Because I would put you into that genre.
Oh really? Oh, thank you. That's awesome.
Very, very relaxing music.
Oh, thank you. I never thought of that because when I was trying to find the genre for putting my lyrics in my songs, when I submitted it to the Australia Songwriting Association Contest, I didn't know what genre to put it under. I just put it under. I'm not sure if I put it under open music or. Yeah, I couldn't find anything. So thank you. Maybe I'll look for what genre Carpenters is under.
Carpenters is one, and I think even some people might argue this, but you can also go into the Seals and Croft type of songs if you look at them.
Okay.
What they write as well.
Really?
I think to me it's inspirational as well.
Okay.
Makes people think. That's what I like about poets and songwriters.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
They make us see the world differently.
Yes.
Now, what song of yours are you most proud of?
Oh gosh. Well, so hard to say. I mean, I know my husband loves the song "Find the Strength."
Mm-mm.
He really loves that song. I love, for my own, the one that I wrote and composed, "When Will You?" I felt is really, it's almost like a Disney type of feel to it. "When Will
Okay.
You?" For me, I love all of them. But my husband's song "Beautiful Dream," that's also a wonderful
Well, that's what we're
song.
playing next. That's what we're playing
Yeah, but
next.
in terms of my favorites, they're all my favorites.
Good.
Although,
good.
actually, no, there's one song that I don't like it as much, which isn't here.
Oh.
But so I won't mention that. But
That's probably why you didn't send it to
that's
me.
right.
Now, when do you go back to the studio? Now, what are your plans for the future? Songwriting.
Plans for the future. I've already got songs that I'd written a few years back, and also a year back. Beautiful songs. Well, I'm biased, of course, but it's a bit more upbeat. It's still introspective, but also it's about other people as well, not just myself. Like myself, putting myself in other people's, like trying to think, if I was that person, this is what I would be thinking. So not just based on my own, but also observations of others. So a few songs I've already got, I think, less than 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I just need to put it out there.
Oh, good. Well, just to let you know, any song I play here on Same Old Radio Show are all good songs.
Thank you. That's great.
Now, what would you do? What would you be doing if you weren't a musician?
If I wasn't a musician, what would I be doing?
Well, other than your regular work.
Yeah, other than my regular work, I'd be a speaker. Yeah, I'd be a speaker, maybe someone that inspires others.
I would agree with that because, in a way, you already are from your music.
Yes.
Well, yeah, that's good. So,
And also helping people. Like, I have a heart
Yeah.
for, I don't know, I've just got that compassionate heart. I think I'd be helping others in many ways.
Well, one thing I can say about that, people helping other people, is that the most qualified ones are the ones that have gone through that kind of problem or situation, or whatever you want to call. Now let's talk about "Beautiful Dream." I know you mentioned that Nick wrote this. So what's he talking about in this song?
Holding on to that beautiful dream. And I think if you listen to the lyrics, it'll tell you. But what it's about is, I think, looking at someone and falling in love with that person, and also holding on to that cherishing that dream.
Oh,
with that
very
person.
good, very good. Now, before we play your song, I'd like to thank you very much for sending us your very inspirational music.
You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. I feel so appreciative that you've actually, asked me to. It's not always that someone says, send us your music, so thank you.
No, you're very welcome. You're very welcome. So, ladies and gents, we're going to play Gia's song written by Nick, the husband. It's called "Beautiful Dream," but do hang around. Let's stay on and have a listen before we say our final goodbyes. Here we go.
We fly along as I hold your hand, our beating hearts so near. The gentle wind blows through the land, it steals away your fears. When I'm with you, my soul's at peace, the feeling rises high. Precious love, My dear, I'll always cherish you. These souls will fly today. When I'm with you, my mind's at peace. Emotion rises higher. Precious life will never cease. True spirit burns like fire. Holding on to this beautiful dream, I'm captured by your eyes. Nothing can drown all love, it seems. This fantasy never dies. Holding on to this beautiful dream, I'm captured by your eyes. Nothing can drown all love, it seems. This fantasy never dies. So dream with me, I know it's true. Our love is here to stay. My dear, I'll always cherish you. These souls will fly today. When I'm with you, my soul's at peace. The feeling rises high. Precious love will never cease. The spirit burns like fire. Holding on to this beautiful dream, I'm captured by your eyes. Nothing can drown all love, it seems. This fantasy never dies. Holding on to this beautiful dream, I'm captured by your eyes. Nothing can drown all love, it seems. This fantasy never dies. Our love, it will never die.
If you've missed anything from the latest news or the last few songs we've played, Soir 999